All right, so welcome. This is your 5-minute mindset practice. My name is Tiffany, and today we're talking about the importance of sleep on our mindset. And if you don't already know the science behind sleep, there's two components. There's slow wave sleep, and then there's REM sleep, rapid eye movement. And we typically have a larger percentage of slow wave sleep because that's when anabolic hormones are released. So it's the building back up of all of the systems that we kind of depleted throughout the day. And then REM sleep happens more in the early waking hours, which essentially releases those like norepinephrine, the catecholamine hormones that govern and mediate our central nervous system processes, meaning cognition, working memory, mood, right? That leads to creativity and productivity. So we need both. And the idea is to have, to go to sleep early enough that you can catch that slow wave sleep and get those building hormones in, and then also have that, that refreshing feeling from the REM sleep when you wake up. So what better way can we optimize our mindset than to optimize our sleep? We go through the day and we look for these mindset fixes. We look for food. We look to quick movement breaks. And yes, all of those things are important. But if we're not sleeping well, over time, that fatigue is going to go from acute to chronic. So there's two things that are critical to look at when we're looking at sleep and looking at maintaining an optimal cadence or rhythm of sleep. The first is environment, and the second is rituals. So the first thing you want to do is optimize your environment, which means you look at the temperature, you look at the light coming through, of course, the pillow and the ergonomics of your bed, but the weight of your blankets, right? If you tend to wake up a lot at night. So temperature, we want to be between 65 and 72 degrees on average. If you can black out the light in your room and also remove electronics from your nightstands and really from your room in general. The waves from blue light and just the waves from electronics in general can disrupt your sleep. And then the clutter in your room can throw the environment off. So having a clean, right, kind of organized room, and then also the blankets that you're using. So that's clearly very personal it's unique to every individual, but if you're having trouble and you're waking up a lot at night or you can't get back to sleep, consider the weights of your blanket. Maybe you make the room even colder and get a heavier blanket because that actually starts to settle the nervous system. So environment is the first thing we need to look at. Second is rituals. First of all, are you going to bed and waking up at the same time consistently, right? Like not sleeping in until noon every Saturday and Sunday, but maybe, sleeping in's not so bad, but not so far off the scale that you're totally triggering your body into a different rhythm. Like the mind likes rhythm, the mind likes flow. So when we're going to bed and waking up at different hours, it doesn't really know how to handle and adjust. And so it's overworking to kind of find the rhythm as we move through our day, right? So going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. The earlier you can go to bed, the better, because you can get that slow wave sleep in and trigger those anabolic hormones to start repairing and building up all of the systems in your body and your brain again. Okay, so it's not necessarily you got to get your 8 hours of sleep, you got to get your 9 hours of sleep, right? It's more, can you go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time, and maybe at least stay above 6.5, close to 7 hours of sleep at night. Any studies have shown that anything less than 6 hours, people start to feel and, show sleep deprivation signs. That's first ritual. And then think about what rituals you're doing before bed to start to wind you down. Exos recommends putting down the phones, the computers, the TV at least an hour before bed. Right? So give yourself some time away from the screen, because clearly we're in front of it all the time. Away from the screen, maybe go read a book, listen to some soft music. I kind of try to stay away from electronics in general, but just something to settle you down, right? Are you taking a shower at night before bed? That can help with body temperature, and then moving into a cooler, a cooler environment to sleep. Perhaps, again, listening to some music, doing some breathing techniques. We have the 6-4-10 breathing that is great for going to sleep. I actually use it all the time. And then even essential oils, lavender, or some kind of, aromatherapy that can help you fall asleep. There's a lot of different things that you can do that help wind you down. Maybe it's some stretches, but you have to figure out what your ritual is. So all of these things combined, right? Oh, and don't forget about the nightcaps. The nightcaps are, they trick you because it makes you think that you're really tired, but it's actually not enabling you to get the maximum benefits out of sleep. So see if you can push the drinks to a little bit earlier in the day, or drink, and then minimize those across the week. A lot of other tips are on our content hub through exosathome.com. You can find all of our articles and extra tips for sleep and recovery. Let's start with those and find a rhythm, and then you're going to get your mindset right for the rest of the day. So that was your 5-minute mindset practice. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Have great sleep tonight. Practice some new sleep habits, and we'll see you next time. Take care.